Being great at sales doesn't have to be that hard, but there are 3 traits that I've found to be my success traits to keep me moving forward no matter what it is that I'm doing. Success trait number 1 for sales, and basically anything in life: passion. Now, I know everybody's always saying, follow your passion, do what you're passionate about, and that's partly true. But I think what's more important is that you find passion in yourself about whatever it is you are trying to sell. You don't have to love every single thing about it, but find one thing you really think is cool, even if you just like the look of something. What is something, that key attribute that you connect with? Bring that out in your sales. Talk about that thing, because when you light up and you're excited about something, that is when other people are going to be excited too, and they're going to want to jump on board. Let's make it very clear. If you are not interested in what you're trying to sell, nobody else is going to be interested in it either. That's just a cold, hard fact. You are not interested in it. Why would the other person be interested in it? I used to hate iPhones. I used to not like iPhones. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? I'll tell you why. Because they didn't pay as much, and frankly, I had to sell against them for a long time. I'm older than I look. I actually used to sell Blackberries back in the day, and they were cool. But because I learned so much about something like a Blackberry, and I wasn't passionate about iPhones, I could sell against that iPhone because I was passionate about what I was selling. Passion is 100% needed in some way, shape, or form with what you're selling. All right, success trait number 2 for sales: knowledge. This, to me, kind of goes without saying. Like, if you are knowledgeable about something and you truly know the ins and outs, you have done your research, you know what to talk about, you know how to utilize the product, if you know everything you can about it, then when you're talking to somebody else, you've got an answer for every question. Or almost every question. There's always a throw of a curveball in there, but the average person isn't going to go crazy in depth. But at the same time, you need to be prepared, and you need to sound like you know what you're talking about. Not just be making stuff up on the fly. If that works for you, okay, but that's not honest sales, and that's not integrity. And I don't know about you, but I am an integrity person. I am all about knowing my products, understanding their benefits and their drawbacks, and finding out the customer's needs to offer them a solution that actually works for their lifestyle. So that means that when you are selling and you know what you're talking about, it's gonna come across. You combine that with the passion, you're almost there. You are like gonna get way more sales just from those 2 things. But the third thing that will really make you stand out is vulnerability. Now, I know some people are gonna probably switch off and be like,
And I don't know, like, what does that have to do with anything right now?
you are not a perfect human being. I am not a perfect human being. And everyone that you're selling to, they're not perfect human beings either. So to show to them that you are also human, that makes a big difference. People don't want to buy from people they don't like. Have you ever had a full intention on buying something and then interacted with somebody at the sales juncture that you didn't like, and you said, I'll go somewhere else? All because you didn't like that person and you thought you were going to buy. It's a thing. So if you can show that you're a real person, that you have struggles, that you're not some cookie cutter who isn't paying attention, then you are going to make more sales. Now, granted, I know some of you probably were like,
Well, what about listening?
I feel like that goes without saying. If you are not listening to your clients and asking productive questions, then you've missed the point of sales. You got to do those things too. But the 3 traits that have always been at the core of my success, no matter what industry I'm in, no matter if I'm selling jewelry, homes, cell phones, liquor, you name it, that is how I've been successful at sales. I've been passionate about what I'm selling. I believe in it. I find the key things that I really love about it. I'm knowledgeable. I know all the ins and outs, or at least a good portion of them, so that I can have a conversation that is intelligent. And then I'm vulnerable. It's okay if I make mistakes. I ask questions. I share stories. I share honest opinion. I don't think my product is 100% perfect for everybody and everything, because it's not. Just like I am not perfect for everyone and everything. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that are like,
Amanda, you're a little over the top. You're allowed to take it. You're a little bit crazy.
And I get that. I am. Yes, I am. And that's okay. But the rest of you that do like this and do connect with me, there will always be people who will talk to you over talking to me, and vice versa. I did a test. I trained a guy on how to do the job. We were in the liquor store together, and inevitably, some guys look me up and down and say,
I'm not going to talk to her about scotch. She's some dumb little girl. Don't know what she's talking about scotch.
which is not the truth, but that's fine. Okay. And they would want to talk to him. But then on the flip side, there were actually guys that had no interest in talking to him and were very open to talking to me. And frankly, when I encountered women who were trying to buy scotch for themselves or for somebody else, they were so relieved to find another woman that they could connect with, and not some guy who was snooty and wouldn't even give them the time of day because they didn't look like his ideal client. You can't judge a book by its cover. We all want to be treated the way we want to be treated, which is as equals. Nobody wants to be talked down to. It's that golden rule. Do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. And maybe that's my fourth little bonus tip. Just treat everybody the way they want to be treated, which is how you would want to be treated. That you can help them. Be passionate, that's not a word, passionate, knowledgeable, but also be vulnerable. And if you can master those three things in whatever you do, whether it's sales or just life in general, they will 100% help you out. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what your 3 success marker words have been. Maybe they're a little bit different than mine, but go deep and think back across a variety of avenues. What has made you successful? What traits have you done when you reflect back to learn? Over and over and over again, they have helped you out. What are they? Check this video out, and I will see you guys around the interwebs. Dun, 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 dun.